Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So this is MCQ's generator app using LLM. Let me show you again. So यहाँ पे आपको अपलोड करना होगा कोई भी TXT या PDF या कोई भी वर्ड फाइल. So for now I am going to upload this evolution of human beings. This is a PDF file. Let me show you this one. So this is the PDF file in which we have a lot of text related to human beings origin or evolution. You can see it has a lot of text. Now from this text we will be generating MCQs in the sense that we will generate a question with 4 options and one will be corrected. Okay, so the file is uploaded and मैं चाहता हूँ कि मैं अभी के लिए 5 क्वेश्चन जनरेट करूँ. So the moment I click on this button, it will redirect me to another page. So it will take a little time because it's generating questions with MCQs automatically. So you can see, let me zoom in a bit. This is the result from the text. What is the defining characteristic that distinguishes hominins from other primates? Primates basically the first a combination of monkeys, apes and human beings. So hominins एक ओवरऑल टर्म दिया है साइंटिस्ट ने, मुझे भी ज्यादा आइडिया नहीं है बट ये टेक्स्ट के अंदर था. So उसके लिए हमारे मॉडल ने ये क्वेश्चन विद 4 ऑप्शंस एंड द करेक्टर इज बाइपेडलिज्म. बाइपेडलिज्म यानी इंसान जो 2 पैर से चले, और उसमें कुछ और खसूसियात भी थे जो बहुत पहले के तकरीबन 2.1 मिलियन ईयर्स अगो की बात है. द सेकंड क्वेश्चन इज which early hominin species is associated with the earliest known stone tools? और ये था होमो हैबिलिस. ये कई टाइप्स है ह्यूमन ऑरिजिन की. पहले बंदर थे, फिर उसके बाद साइंस के अकॉर्डिंग आई डोंट नो बट या. फिर ये एक और क्वेश्चन है, यहाँ पे यू कैन सी 4 ऑप्शंस. What significant event in human evolution does the creation of cave art exemplary? इमर्जेंस ऑफ सिंबॉलिक थॉट, यानी इंसान तब थोड़ा सा एडवांस हो गया जब उसने ये सोचा कि सिंबल एक मीनिंग रखता है, लाइक राइटिंग जिससे एजुकेशन का आगाज हुआ. सो देखना बहुत ही बेहतरीन तरीके से हमारा सिस्टम काम कर रहा है और यहाँ से आप कोई इसको डाउनलोड भी कर सकते हो. लेट्स से आई वांट टू डाउनलोड दिस रिजल्ट टू पीडीएफ और टीएक्सटी. लेट्स से पीडीएफ. सो इट्स डाउनलोडेड. लेट मी ओपन इट अप. एज यू कैन सी we have this results. Okay, perfect. Let me try one more. Let me zoom out a bit. So मैं वापस जाता हूँ अपने होम पेज पे. I have Shakespeare story, this Shakespeare enigma. I want 3 questions for now. So let's click on this generate MCQs button. Let's see what the model generate. अब ये सिस्टम एजुकेशन में आप बहुत ज़्यादा यूज़ कर सकते हो. लाइक टीचर्स लोग अपना सब्जेक्ट दे के वो उसके लिए पूरा एक MCQs बना सकता है, जो कि आप देख सकते हो बहुत ही एफिशिएंट है. व्हाट वाज द अनयूजुअल कैरेक्टरिस्टिक ऑफ द शेक्सपियर ट्रीज फ्रूट? वहाँ पे एक ट्री था, ट्रीज फ्रूट था. सो सी इज द करेक्ट आंसर. दे shimmered with a golden hue. What effect did testing the Shakespeare fruit have on Emma? Emma I think कोई लड़की थी, if I'm not wrong. B. It gave her vision of her future. वो ट्री बहुत कमाल का था. वो Emma जो लड़की थी उसको एक विजन मिला. जब आप पढ़ोगे तब आपको समझ आएगा. What did Emma do after testing the Shakespeare fruit and have her visions? So yeah, you can see the system is working. Again, you can download to TXT or PDF file. Let me try one last. This time I will upload instead of PDF, let's say Word document, because sometimes we have different extension of file like Word file, TXT file. So the system is also capable to handle these things because this is an end-to-end task, an end-to-end work. So let me upload again this. This time you can set 10 questions, but for now let's see 3 questions, 3 MCQs with 4 options and one will be corrected. Let me close this one. So it's in loading. A little bit times will it take. It's just because of my internet speed. I have connected my phone I think, so it's very slow, but still yeah, it's fast. What lies at the heart of scientific inquiry according to the passage? I don't remember exactly what was the text in that Word file, but I think it was related to science. So yeah, again it's working. So आप फिर इसको explore कर लेना. Now let me quickly explain this project, then we will start this line by line. So this project is about to generate MCQs, which will be helpful for university, for schools and colleges, for professors and teachers. The second part, we will be using Python programming language with Flask framework for web development. And for web design like this one, we will be using HTML, CSS with custom styling. Okay. And for model, we will use LLM model. Again, Google Gemini, हमने एक series start किया है. Let me show you this playlist. If you have watched these two videos or this one video or this one video, you must be familiar with the Google Gemini API. It's totally free. Just copy and paste, and I have shown in all these videos, like this one, create a voice assistant with Python, Google AI. So I have shown everything how to use. So let's start this project. सबसे पहले काम आपने ये करना है कि अपना कोई भी IDE ओपन कर लें, like PyCharm or VS Code. So Flask need templates. So you need to right click on your external folder, go to new and click on directory. Once you click on directory, then create a folder by the name of templates. You just need to create this one. You don't need to create this inputs, results, uploads. It will be automatically created. But for now, you just need to create templates, and within templates, you need to create two HTML files. So how to create? Just right click on your template, go to new and click on HTML file and give it a name like index.html and result.html. So for now, let me close this one, let me open index, and let me remove everything from here except the basic syntax, which is very essential for any HTML file. So let me remove all these things because we are going to implement all this stuff. So this is the basic syntax. मैं जल्दी से आपको बता देता हूं. ये पहले जब आप वेब डेवलपमेंट करते हो तो HTML का बेसिक सिंटैक्स होता है आपके पास. ये है अपना टाइटल. अब इस बॉडी के अंदर हम अपना कोड करेंगे फ्रंट एंड का. सो फर्स्ट वी विल वर्क ऑन डिजाइनिंग UI. सो div with the class of container. यहाँ पे मैं क्लास इसलिए दे रहा हूँ because I am going to apply CSS on this container because I want to design it. So within this container I'll just set h1 tag क्योंकि इसके अंदर मैं एक टाइटल सेट करना चाहता हूँ like MCQs from your text. ठीक है. by pressing shift and enter I'll be on new line. and अब यहाँ पे मैं एक फॉर्म ऐड करूंगा क्योंकि इस फॉर्म से मैं डाटा को भी गेट करूंगा, यानी जिसके अंदर हम फाइल अपलोड करेंगे like PDF फाइल और TXT फाइल. so for that you need form tag and here you have to explicitly mention action. I'll later explain what is action, but for now I'll give it endpoint generate. ठीक है. और इसके अंदर आप मेथड देते हो. now one thing more, app.py, you have to also create app.py, and I mean right click on this, go to new, and here Python file, create Python file. So it must be outside of templates, not within templates. Okay, as you can see here, this is backend in the sense app.py will be helpful for our backend code, and index.html is our front. So front end पे आप फाइल जब अपलोड करते हो तो वो फाइल we need to get that file or that text in backend. So here you have to explicitly mention the method because front end is also known as client, backend is also known as server. So when you pass some kind of input like files or textual files or whatever files are input, you need to get that input in your server side. So here on front end side, I mean on client side, you need to explicitly tell the method that will be post. Okay. And now one thing more, here you have to pass encrypt. I want it should be multi-part form data because it could be a TXT file, it could be a PDF file, it could be a Word file. So if you want to support everything, then you need to explicitly mention this thing so that हम explicitly form को बता सके कि data could be in different formats. उसके बाद में एक और div लेता हूँ like इसको मैं एक form group के नाम से class देता हूँ जो बाद में मैं style करूँगा. and within this form group I'll set a label, and oops, not this one. Yeah, label. And in this label, far will be file, and the text will be like upload your document, and the document could be PDF or TXT. Oops, just let me, like it could be a TXT or it could be docx file. Okay, you can mention other formats as well. So let me quickly run it from here so that you can see what's going on. So you can clearly see. Okay, this is your format. अब यहाँ पे इस लेबल के नीचे we will pass input. So for input we need to, oops, it should be file, type should be file, because we are going to upload file, and the name will be file. This is very important. When in server side, I mean in backend, you want to get this input from this input, because whatever you will upload will be with the help of this input. So you have to get this input with the name. So you can explicitly give the name right here. Or it must, for that you have to pass a required attribute. I mean, I'm telling that you are not going to skip this part. You have to upload something. Okay. Now, after this div, outside this div, I will add the last and final div of this code. This will again form. इसको भी मैं form group class देता हूँ, because I am going to also design it with the help of CSS. And within this again I'll pass label. It should be number of question. Number of question, and how many questions do you want, like this. And finally input type will be, again this time type will be number instead of file, because here we were going to upload a file, but here we are just mentioning number, and it must have a name. Like मैं इसको अभी के लिए number of questions ही देता हूँ, questions. Now it should be automatic, so you can explicitly mention mean value, that should be 1, and it must be required. So if I just go here, you can clearly see this is choose file. Okay, and this is number of, you can automatically increased or decreased. Okay, last thing before this form, let's add a submit button or generate MCQs button, because once we upload a file and give explicitly the number of question, then you have to submit this data to the backend. So there must be a button. So आप यहाँ पे type बता सकते हो explicitly like submit, and you can explicitly give like generate MCQs. I think it's enough. I think it's perfect. So let me quickly, oops, not this. Let me refresh and see. As you can see, generate. Now you can clearly see यहाँ पे ये फॉर्म कुछ बेहतर नहीं है. Like इसकी designing, or you can say इसकी जो formatting है, it's not good. So we have to make it professional, like appealing and attractive. And for that you need to use CSS. So CSS you can use in different ways, but we will use inline CSS. So after head, just type style and enter. And here, first of all, I just want to show you how I can set this container. So if I say that dot container, if you want to access HTML class within CSS, then you need to pass this dot. And this is the body, this will be the body. अब इस body के अंदर width will be like 40%, like 30%. अभी के लिए मैं just आपको design दिखाना चाहता हूँ. And this will be 20%. And I want the background color. Background will be like black अभी के लिए, and color will be like white. So this should be height. Now if I go to my page, you can see we have passed some kind of design. That was dummy design. Now I will use proper design for all these classes. Like we have container. First we will design this container, then we will design the form, then this h1 tag, And we'll also design this form group and the button, submit button. So let's quickly do that. So I have added CSS. मैं आपको दिखा देता हूँ, अगर मैं यहाँ पे आ जाऊँ, this is the form. Now you might be thinking what happened. So we just added CSS. यहाँ पे हमने body का font family and background color कुछ इस तरह रखा. These are some properties, attributes and values of CSS through which you can design your web page. Container with width, margin, background, all this stuff. So we are not going to explain all this CSS, all these things, but you can explore because I have already shown in few of early videos. So हाँ, ये था हमारा first page. Now remember these two things: this input, special this file name, and this one, this number of questions. So I'm going to go to app.py and from Flask import capital F वाला Flask, request render template and send file. अब ये चीजें क्या है? So Flask एक क्लास है जिसकी मदद से आप ऐप बनाते हो. किस तरह? कुछ इस तरह. Like this, you have to pass a built-in parameter like name. This name is represent the Flask app. So this is a built-in syntax, and you have to call this app in Python main. Like each programming language has a main. So this is Python main. Let me quickly do. This is the main. As a data scientist, you must know Python programming, and you have to run this right here. We will change this stuff a little better, but for now I just want to show you debugger. It should be debugger. Debugger will be true. So this is the basic syntax. Request is used when you want to send request from server, from backend to front end. For that you need this request method. Render template is used to redirect you to HTML files. Send file, like if you want to pass image or some file to front end from server, I mean from server to client, then you need send file method. Now I'll use some routes. These are also known as endpoints, or you can say APIs. So यहाँ पे मैं एक route बनाता हूँ जो by default इसका कोई URL नहीं होगा, और जैसे इस फंक्शन पे कोई आएगा, like इस फंक्शन को मैं नाम देता हूँ def, तो मैं चाहता हूं कि मुझे रिटर्न कर दिया जाए with the help of render template toward index.html. As simple as that. So this is an endpoint. The moment I run this app, it will redirect me to front end. So previously, if I show you, we directly let me remove this. Now we will run this from here, from server, not directly from what's the issue? Process finish with exit code. It should if I rerun, it must give us a URL where I'm doing mistakes. Oops, in main, in Python main, this should be main. Apologize for that. Still I think we have some issue. Let me, now it's good. So right click and run app. So now you have this URL, you can directly open in your Chrome browser this app. Now we are using this app from server, which is, you can say, like deployed. I will create another URL, so Control C, or another endpoint, Control V, but this time I will explicitly mention this generate. So मैंने आपको बताया था कि फॉर्म के अंदर एक्शन में मैं जनरेट दूंगा. ये जब आप सर्वर फ्रंट एंड से सर्वर को रिक्वेस्ट मारते हो तो आप मेथड पोस्ट बताते हो, एंड फिर आप किस एंड पॉइंट पे वो रिक्वेस्ट मारना चाहते हो वो आप बैकएंड में एक्सप्लिसिटली बताते हो. सो दिस इज द पाथ. Oops. And here you also need to pass methods will be equal to, it could be post, and the function name, like you can change the function name like generate. Okay, and this time I will not go to generate, I will go to results. You will understand these things a bit later, but yeah, this is our generator. Now सो अब हम कुछ लाइब्रेरीज इंपोर्ट करते हैं जो आगे हमारे काम आएंगे, लाइक आई विल आल्सो इंपोर्ट, oops, what I'm doing, there is an issue, give me 1 minute. Import OS, and we also need PDF plumber. So एक library है PDF plumber. Now first thing first, you also need to install all these libraries. So अभी तक अगर आपने Flask, PDF plumber या आगे जो मन यूज करने वाले हैं वो आपने इंस्टॉल नहीं किए हैं तो आप यहाँ पे इंस्टॉल कर सकते हो, और ये भी एक बेसिक चीज है जो आपको आनी चाहिए. So PDF plumber is a library that is used to extract text from PDF. You will see that a bit later. And we also need another library, docx. This is another library that is used to extract text from document file like Word file, and you need to install this like install python docx or docx. You need to install like this. Or we also need to import CSV module of Python because this is used जब हम PDFs में MCQs with question generate करते हैं. तो फाइनली मैंने आपको दिखाया था कि हमने सेव भी करने हैं, तो सेव करने के लिए आप CSV यूज करते हो. एंड नाउ वी विल यूज workgeog. From workgeog.utils you need to import secure file. So this is a Flask, you can say Flask helper or dependent module that is used with Flask to secure your files. Now see, when you upload an image or PDF file, you don't know what will be the text. It could be something related to hacking or whatever it is, security issues. So if you want to secure your page, your website or your file, then you need the secure file name. You will see that a bit later. And finally, the most important, you need to import google.generative AI as Gen AI. Now if you don't know about Google Generative AI, this is basically a library that provide you built-in LLM models or APIs of Google Gemini. Okay, and I've shown you a lot in previous few projects how to use this, how to use the APIs. And finally, from FPDF import FPDF. So FPDF is another library that is used to convert text into PDF, because finally when you want to save the generated MCQs and question to PDF file, then that time you don't have PDF, you have only text. So if you want to save in a PDF file, then this FPDF library will help. This library will help you to extract from the uploaded PDFs. This will help you to send or convert the extracted text into PDF. I hope you get the idea. So ये थे कुछ मॉड्यूल जो आपको इंपोर्ट करने थे. Now let me quickly set the API. I have already shown you in previous couple of videos how you can use and set API. So let me quickly do that. So this is the code in which you can set your APIs. So आप OS के अंदर जाके environment में आप Google API की बताते हो, and here you have to use your APIs, and I have shown you in videos that how you can copy and use it. Okay, and if you want to load the model that we will be using for generating the MCQs, then you have to go to Gen AI library, and they are called generative model, and pass this model. हालांकि ये आपको बहुत सारे मॉडल्स प्रोवाइड करते हैं, बट आपको ये मॉडल यूज करना है. ठीक है, सो वी हैव दिस मॉडल. नाउ वन लास्ट थिंग बिफोर द implementation, as you can see here, we have couple of folders like this uploads. For now I am going to delete it. So let me delete it, because we will create this folder and this result folder dynamically. Because when you upload a PDF or TXT or Word file, we need to save it in a folder by the name of upload folder, and that folder will be created dynamically. That will store the uploaded files, and the result will store the save files. When you want to save the generated text to PDF or TXT, then you also need to save it to a folder dynamically. So after this app, I'll pass this code, a very simple code. I have just configured with the help of app. ये फ्लास्क की कुछ फंक्शनैलिटी है जिसमें मैंने अपलोड फोल्डर दिया and this will be the folder that I am going to generate or create dynamically, and the same thing goes for result. This thing is optional. You can do it manually, but you can also configure it dynamically, because when you upload a file you can understand that it is a PDF because the extension will be PDF or TXT or docx, but the model don't know. So here I have a dictionary with these 3 extensions that I will work a bit later. So yeah, these are some folders we are creating dynamically. Now we have to also check if the folder is already exist, then we don't need to recreate it. So here we need some custom code like if not os dot path dot exists, oops, it should be os dot path dot exist what, this app config, and here we have this upload folder. I'm talking about this folder. I'm just checking this folder. I'm just checking if the folder is not already existed, then you need to create it. And how? os.make directory, as simple as that. Make dirs, and within this dirs you have to pass app.config. Just pass the above code like upload folder. So if the folder is not created here after uploading the before uploading the PDF or TXT file, it will automatically create that folder if it is not already created, but if it is created then it will skip, and we will do the same thing for the result folder. So I'll just Control C and Control V, and here I'll just change the name results folder. So let me copy, Control C, Control V. So that was the basic configuration and creating folders. Okay, I hope you get the idea. Now let's start the main part. So आपको पता है कि index.html में जब आप कोई PDF और TXT फाइल अपलोड करते हो तो वो बेसिकली यहाँ पे आता है, and number of question here. So we need to get that with the help of a file and number of question right here. So let's go to the this function, और इसके अंदर सबसे पहले काम हमने ये करना है कि ये दोनों फाइल्स यहाँ पे गेट करने हैं, I mean files and number of questions. So see, this is very important. One thing more, I changed the name to generate MCQs. So first of all, within this function I'll simply check that if the file not in a request, not in requests dot files. Now this request again provide flask that helps you to request from server to the client. So I'm checking that if the file, if someone, like if I go to here, now here if I click on this button, I didn't choose any file, so I'm checking this condition that if someone doesn't select any file, then you need to return no file part or some kind of message. But if it is not so, then it's mean that the file has been chosen. So मैं कहता हूं कि फिर आप उस फाइल को गेट कर दें, request dot files, और उसके अंदर नाम तो आपको याद हो फाइल, this is the name, this is the name. उसके बाद फाइल गेट करने के बाद अब हम चेक करेंगे. अब now you know that let's say I have a PDF by the name of noorsaeed.pdf. So this file has two parts, Noorsaeed which is name, PDF which is extension. So we will check these two things for the uploaded file. If the file, which is the total file, both name and extension, and I will create outside a function by the name of allowed file a bit later, and एंड एक फंक्शन है, मैं इसको प्रॉपर नाम देता हूँ अलाउड फाइल, और उसको मैं ये फाइल पास करूंगा, लेकिन फाइल के अंदर जाके एक फंक्शन होता है फाइल नेम, वो पास करूंगा. सो बेसिकली I'm going to check this thing. Let's say a PDF noor.pdf. So I am checking if this thing right here as well as this part, then only proceed and do something. Then only proceed and do something. So I will create this function at the top. Just let me give me a sec. Okay, so outside here I will define custom functions. Let me give it a name, custom functions. Now right here I will define this function by the name of allowed files, or just allowed file, and it will get a file path which we are passing right here. Okay, and this function will do this thing exactly. So in this function it will return me, I will let's say the file is this noor.pdf. First I have to split this part, left and right part, with the help of dot. So dot in it should be file name, not file path. It should be corrected. File name. In file name, so I have splitted this, and how I can split this, and I will also check the splitting. So I will also check on right split because I'm interested in this part. So I will split it on right split. So in right split I will pass dot and on one index. This part is on 0 index, this part is on 1 index. So I am getting on first, I am totally splitting this part right here. Secondly, I am getting the right part on 1 index. I hope you get the idea. And I will also extract this from list like this, and first I will convert it to lore because I don't know, like if I check my PDFs, if I go to my PDFs, you will see, just give me a second. If I go to inputs here, as you can see the extension, this is PDF lore, but maybe we don't know this PDF or this extension in uppercase, so we have to explicitly convert it to lowercase, and this will be in allowed extension config. So I'll go to copy this allowed extension because I have defined all the extension PDF, TXT. Okay, a bit tricky, but hope you understand how we split the PDF name into 2 parts. And then, so finally this will return the extension. So where was this will check the extension. So now we have file and we know the extension, so we need what we need, basically we need to further pre-process this file. अब देखना, सो यहाँ तक तो हमने जिस फाइल को चेक किया और उसके एक्सटेंशन को देखा. अब हमने इसको सिक्योर बनाना है. सिक्योर कैसे बनाओगे? मैं एक वेरिएबल बनाता हूँ फाइल नेम, और उसके बाद हमारे पास पहले से है सिक्योर फाइल नेम, और इसको जस्ट पास करता हूँ फाइल डॉट फाइल नेम, और ये इसको इंटरनली सिक्योर कर देगा. उसके बाद मैं फाइल पाथ के नाम से एक वेरिएबल बनाता हूँ, और मैं ओएस के अंदर जाके, ओएस मॉड्यूल के अंदर जाके, पाथ के अंदर जाके इसको ज्वाइन करता हूँ. अब मैं बेसिकली जो अपलोड फोल्डर डायनामिकली बनेगा उसमें इसको डालने वाला हूँ, ज्वाइन, और वहां पे आपके पास अगेन app.config अपलोड फोल्डर, और मैं उसको कहता हूं कि आप इस फाइल नेम और इसका जो एक्सटेंशन है उसको सेव कर दो. होप यू गेट द आइडिया. नाउ फाइनली हियर dynamically a folder will be created by the name of uploads. It's already created, so let me delete it, I think, and let me delete this result one. So dynamically it will be created, I'm in the upload folder, uploads, and the uploaded file will be saved there, and this is the path. So how to save? Just call the file dot save and pass the file path. So on this path we are going to save this file because original file is this. I hope you get the idea. Now let's do the main part. So when the file is uploaded, we don't know it is a PDF or TXT or doc. We just extracted is, if the file is, let's say the file is PDF, so it will be this. So let's pass this to another function and it will extract the text from this PDF or doc or TXT file. So the function name is extract text from file and I'll pass the file path like this. So extract टेक्स्ट फ्रॉम फाइल, जो भी फाइल यूजर ने अपलोड किया है, अभी के लिए मैं एक काम करता हूं, I'll show you, let me right click and rerun it. Let's see that how dynamically the folder created. So run it. Now the moment I click on choose file, the folder is created. Let's see. This is uploads and it's also create the result folder because when you run it in main we have passed this too, so it will create automatically. Okay, so but they are empty basically. If you want to see, they will be empty. Hope you get the idea. Now this is the main part. First we need to extract the text because we don't know कि ये आपके पास PDF है, TXT है, जो भी है, हम इस function के अंदर वो logic apply करेंगे. So let me copy this function name. Oops. Control C and these are the, let me give it a name right here. These are roots, but these are custom functions. So def this function and this function is getting what? File path, basically the file. So this is very important part. As a data scientist, especially as a web developer, you need to focus on this part. So the moment we get the file, let's say the file is noor.docx. Let's say this is the file. So first we have to get this extension. How you will get? Go to path and within this file path, you need to just call rsplit method and pass the extension on dot, and I want the right side. I'm in this part because this is located on index 1, and I will also explicitly convert it to lowercase. So this is lowercase like this. Now we have this extension, which is good. So I will check if this extension equal to PDF, then it's mean the file is PDF and we have to extract the text from PDF, and for that we use PDF plumber library with keyword. So PDF plumber dot open, first of all you need to open this file from this file path as PDF, then you need to join it on empty string. And while joining, I am doing Python one line code. Otherwise, you can run a loop, but I am going list comprehension. So run a loop for page in pdf.pages. So you might be thinking what is going on. Let me explain it. So first we have extracted the extension, and if it is a PDF, it's mean PDF. So we, with the help of PDF plumber, we open the file with the name of PDF, and I am running on this PDF because the file is a PDF and we don't know how many pages within this PDF I have. So I just run a loop for page in pdf.pages. Pages is a built-in function provided by PDF plumber because now this PDF file is attracted to PDF plumber. So you will be getting pages one by one, and here I'll simply extract the text, as simple as that, and I'll store it in a variable by the name of text. Let's see what happened. So if I just print this text, when I upload file, finally I will get the extracted text here. Okay, so let's see what happens. Choose This PDF file, it's required, but I didn't. For now I will also pass it here, number of questions, otherwise it will give an error. Request.method.form, not method, sorry, request.form, what was the name, number of questions, I think. So let me refresh, or let me just generate MCQs. There is an error. Generate MCQs did not return a valid response. Yeah, absolutely right, because we didn't have return. For now I just use a return, a render template. For now I just want to go to index because I didn't work on results. I just want to show this part. This is important. index.html. So अभी मैं जाता हूँ यहाँ पे, इसको रिफ्रेश मार के देखता हूँ. Okay, so it's run. Now let's go to the console because we have printed the text. If I go to console, none, we are not getting any text. Okay, so because we didn't return any text from this function as well, so apologize for that. I will return the text. Okay, and I will go here and let me re-upload. दिस टाइम दिस वन मैं आप पे कोई भी दे सकता हूँ, अभी जस्ट हमारा डेवलपमेंट पार्ट शुरू है. So now if I go to console and show you the text, you will be able, we have successfully extracted the text from a PDF file, which is quite amazing. Now again we have to, here we have to just copy this, not this part, we have to use another logic, because maybe the file is not PDF, it is a doc file. So but we have already extension, so we will check if this extension equal to docx file. So for that we will first use our library. I will store this in doc with the help of this library docx. Let me show you this library we already imported. So with the help of this library you can call, there is a function by the name of document, and you can pass the file path, and after that again we have to use the same logic like text joined by empty string in the sense like I'm just joining it by string, not empty string basically. Again I will run a loop, this time list comprehension for, but from document file we need to extract paragraph. So para in doc dot, there is a built-in function by the name of paragraphs, it will extract paragraphs, you don't need to worry about it. So finally I'll just call this para and we'll call extract, not extract, basically text. So I'm running a loop on this doc, basically this is the doc, and I'm extracting one by one all the paragraphs, and from each paragraph I'm extracting the text and I'm storing right here, and I'll send it. Return, I'll just return the text. So let's see if this time I upload word file, number of question 2, generate. So if I go and open the console, this is the text, I mean this one, the document text. Let me zoom in. The wonder of science, unlocking the secrets of the universe. It is a lot of text you will see, but it's now displaying on one line. So yeah, it's working, it's good. Now the final thing, txt file. So let me also do that. Basically instead of if, we can use elif. This is a good logic. And finally we can use another elif if the extension equal to txt, I mean text file. Then for text file you don't need any library, you only need Python. So use open and pass the file path. Why it's not working, it's very slow, I don't know why. This is extension, file path, and encoding will be reading as file, then finally return this file dot read. But if there is something else which is not PDF, not docx, not txt, something else, then we don't need to generate any error for user. We need to return something, none. Okay, so this function doing amazing job. Now at this point we have extracted the text. We need to pass this text to a LLM model, generative AI model, with a prompt that will return us MCQs and 4 options and corrected answer, and then we will pass that MCQs to the result and we will display that in a proper appealing and professional page. So I will check if we get the text here, then this part, I'll cut this part from here. I don't need this part here. I can also set there, but I can also set here, no matters, it's same. First I will get basically I'll also convert it to int. I already get the file and I also extracted the text. Now I'm checking if it is the text, then extract the number of question and store it in number of questions. Okay, and after that I will generate MCQs. From which function? I will create another function, question MCQs generator, and I will pass the text and number of questions, and finally I will get there the MCQs. Now let's explore these functions. So this is the final function that will return us the generated MCQs with corresponding questions. Okay, so मैं ऊपर जाके कस्टम फंक्शन का पार्ट यहाँ से स्टार्टिंग, यहाँ पे ये फंक्शन बनाने वाला हूँ, बायर डेफ this function will get input text and number of questions, like number of questions, and within this function we will use a prompt. The prompt will be here, and within this prompt, I didn't create the prompt, I will create a bit later because it's too lengthy, but within this prompt we will pass this input text, because this is the text we have extracted from the PDF file, and this number of questions with some our custom prompt. We will also use some our custom prompt to make this chatbot or this system efficient. Now we will use the model we loaded earlier. If you forgot, this is the model, and with the help of this model we will call generate content and we will pass the prompt, and finally this will be our response, and we will return this response, return response. Okay, return response, and this response we are getting right here. So if I just print MCQs, but before MCQs I will add couple of /n like this. So finally we just pass the text and number of question to this, and this will return the MCQs. Now let me quickly set to the prompt, because generative AI model depends on prompt. Without prompt they are nothing. So let's set the prompt. आगे जाने से पहले मैं काम करता हूँ, यहाँ पे अपना API जल्दी से सेट करता हूँ. अब अपना API यहाँ पे पेस्ट कर लेना. So we have this function, and this is the prompt. You are an AI assistant helping the user generate multiple choice question blah 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 from this input. Please generate number of question will be this selected by user. From the text, each question should be a clear question, 4 answer option labeled with A, B, C, D, the correct answer clearly indicated format, MCQs. So this prompt, and after that we have this response, and here I will print this MCQs. Now I have to rerun this, and let's see what the model generates. So let me click on this, So let me upload a file. This human evolution with 5 questions. So it is generating. You can see it's in loading. Once it stops, then we will go to console. Again, it's very fast, but still I don't know why I have an issue with my net. So let's go to the console and let's see what happened. You can clearly see. Let me zoom in. This is question 1. What is the different characteristic that distinguish hominins from other primates? So yeah, it's working. It's generating. So this is the model that generate our result as per our prompt. Now we will send these MCQs to the result. So I'll cut it from here. We don't need to display it right here. And I will go to results. I think it's result, or maybe it's results. Let me check. It's results.html. Yeah, perfect. So let me also open result. Okay. And here what I can do, let me zoom in. So this is the resulting part, and here to result I will pass MCQs will be equal to MCQs. Now we need to display this MCQs on the result in a very attractive, appealing and professional way, like real word MCQs, pages or sheets, right? So in this result page, for time saving, let me close the index.html. For time saving, I created container with this h1, and after this div I will add 2 buttons, 2 anchor tags. These are the anchor tags. Now you will not understand this. We have this anchor tagged with href download and txt file name. We have passed this as a parameter. One is download and one is download as a PDF. You will understand this bit later. I have also added CSS. Okay, CSS for everything I have added. Now let's implement the logic for displaying here. But before that, if I just open it from here, let's see what happens. So this is the generated result and the buttons are right here, but we will see that. Now, I think the button must be within the container, not outside the container. Yeah, let me cut from here. Let me paste here. Like this. So अब ठीक है. अब अगर मैं जाऊँ यहाँ पे, कहाँ पे, now we have these buttons, which is good. So यहाँ पे हम अपना logic implement करेंगे. Very important logic, because we are not going to implement HTML code. We are again using Python code, but this time within HTML. So यहाँ पे जो सबसे पहला लॉजिक है वो ये है कि हम एक लूप चलाएंगे, because we have multiple questions, और उसके लिए आपको चाहिए this syntax, template syntax, आप जिसको आप जिंजा syntax भी कहते हो. So what I can do for MCQ, in MCQs dot split by this format, which is MCQ. You will not understand, but you will soon understand it. This is the syntax, and I will end this loop here. And for, so this is the built-in syntax. You don't need to do any mistake. अब ये है वो MCQ जिसके ऊपर मैं loop चला रहा हूँ, and it looks like this. I'm splitting this part, and just these 2 hashes. Okay. So if I go to here, now we will have this result, and I have to do again stripping here. How? I have to use again syntax, if part, if MCQ dot strip by spaces, white spaces, something like this. I'll also end this right here, and if, then what can I do? I'll simply display one by one everything. So I'm thinking how to display. Okay, I have a class because I have to design it. I have a class by the name of MCQ. So within this div, I'll simply display the first part. So again, I will add a class. This will be a question. I'm displaying question basically. So it has a class, CSS class question. You might be thinking what I am doing. I have added couple of CSS classes, options. You can see because we need proper designing for this as well. You can explore the CSS later, but now just focus on the data scientist वाला part. अब ये तो यहाँ पे मैंने डिस्प्ले करना है क्वेश्चन, तो जब आप HTML के अंदर पाइथन को डिस्प्ले करते हो तो आप ये ओपन कर ली, क्लोज कर ली के अंदर करते हो, तो वो किसके पास है? MCQs के पास है, क्योंकि लूप इसी के ऊपर दौड़ रहा है। और मैं स्प्लिट करूंगा ऑप्शन ए को उठाऊंगा। the logic is somehow, if I go to my output, basically I'm displaying this part, so I'm going to split this part. I'm talking about before this a forward slash, I need this thing, so you will understand. So as you can see here, we are displaying here also, but currently you will not properly see, but a bit later you will see it. So here I also need to pass this thing, and I will first extract it from list, and then I will strip it like this. So this will be the question. So if I just go here and let's see, if for now I think it will just display the question. Code might be tricky for you because we are using a lot of technology in this project. So it's loading. अच्छा, रन करने से पहले we also need to add the options as well as correct answer, because before printing this question we also need to print the 4 options for this question as well. So this is the logic. We have a div within the options. We are just displaying A, B, C, D. Basically, if I just go here to the console, for each question we are displaying this 5 thing: A, B, C, D, which are option, and the corrected answer. Okay, corrected answer basically we are displaying right here, and we are also adding one more thing. If I just go to, okay, what I'm doing right here, you can see correct answer is B, and it also giving the name. So explicitly you can also see we are adding the corrected answer. This is a message, and before this message we are displaying just the corrected answer, like it's A or B or C, not the name. Hope you get the idea. So just let me refresh. If I go here, you can see the questions are there, but you are not able to see the answers. But if I refresh, let me reload a file, this doc file, 5 question, generate. So finally we get the question with the options. Now you might be thinking about this design, this style. So I already mentioned that we have added a lot of CSS for each and everything, so you can explore it. So the logic is very simple. First we are running a loop on MCQs, and we are getting the MCQs, and we are stripping the MCQs, and then we are extracting the question with the 4 options and corrected answer. Okay, hope you get the idea. Now we have this 2 button we have to work, because you can clearly see here when someone click on this download as a PDF or download as a TXT, we need to save this according to that format. Now while going to this endpoint or this endpoint, we are explicitly passing txt file name as an argument and pdf file name as an argument. So I'll go to app.py and before main I will add a root. So let me quickly add. So सबसे पहले यहाँ पे तो मुझे एक रूट बनाना होगा और रूट बनाने का तरीका मैं आप लोगों को बता चुका हूँ और रूट का क्या नाम है, डाउनलोड एंड पॉइंट एपीआई के तौर पे आप यूज कर सकते हो और उसके अंदर आपको पता होना चाहिए कि हम एक आर्ग्यूमेंट पास कर रहे हैं, तो आप उसको यहाँ पे एज अ पैरामीटर यूज कर सकते हो। मैं इसको फाइल नेम देता हूँ, ठीक है। नाउ यहाँ पे मैं फंक्शन बनाऊंगा डाउनलोड के नाम से, समथिंग लाइक दिस, डाउनलोड फाइल आई थिंक वुड बी एनफ। सो फाइल नेम, इसको मैं पैरामीटर पास करूंगा जो मैं इस रूट से गेट करता हूँ, यानी अगर कोई txt है तो मतलब इसके पास txt वर्जन आ रहा है, txt के तौर पे सेव करना चाहता है। अगर pdf है तो फाइल नेम के पास pdf ही होगा। तो फिर मैं क्या करता हूँ, सबसे पहले उस पाथ पे जाके इसको सेव करता हूँ और वो आप app.config के अंदर जाके फोल्डर का नाम था आपके पास रिजल्ट्स फोल्डर, ठीक है, एंड आई विल सेंड दिस। तो सेंड फाइल आपको याद हो हमने स्टार्ट में इंपोर्ट किया था, दिस सेंड फाइल, डोंट यूज माई एपीआईज, use your own API, okay, because it's totally free, so don't use my one. I'll delete it a bit later. So yeah, this send file is used to send files. So इसके अंदर आप फाइल पाथ देते हो और ये फाइल पाथ आपको यहाँ पे एक वेरिएबल होना चाहिए आपके पास, ठीक है। पाथ आपने ज्वाइन कर दिया एंड दिस विल बी योर पाथ और इसके अंदर एक पैरामीटर होता है सेंड फाइल के अंदर एज अटैचमेंट, इसको आप ट्रू रखते हो। एग्जैक्ट इसके ऊपर मैंने रिसर्च नहीं किया है, ज्यादा इसको मैंने एक्सप्लोर नहीं किया है, लेकिन जब आप सर्वर से फाइल सेंड करते हो तो एज अटैचमेंट पैरामीटर को आप मोस्टली ट्रू रखते हो, सो आप भी ट्रू रख लेना। सो ओवरऑल दिस सेंड फाइल इज यूज्ड टू सेंड फाइल्स फ्रॉम क्लाइंट टू फ्रॉम सर्वर टू क्लाइंट, ओके। आई होप यू गेट द आइडिया। नाउ लेट्स क्विकली फिनिश दिस प्रोजेक्ट। द लास्ट थिंग व्हिच इज ट्रिकी, वी हैव टू सेव to PDF or TXT. This was just settings. So here I will add couple of code. मैं यहाँ पे आके कुछ कोड ऐड करता हूँ। This is the code. So first I just create a variable TXT file name, generated MCQs, file name dot write split, वही एक्सटेंशन मैंने निकाला और यहाँ पे भी मैंने अपनी तरफ से ऐड किया। उसके बाद मेरे पास दो फंक्शन है जो अभी तक मैंने बनाए नहीं हैं और ये दो फंक्शन बड़े काम के हैं इस जर्नी में। यानी एक फंक्शन का नाम है सेव MCQs टू फाइल, जिसका काम होगा कि जो MCQs आपने जनरेट किए हैं वो उनको सेव करेगा। दूसरा है क्रिएट PDF, PDF का काम थोड़ा सा ट्रिकी है तो उसको हम अलग से सेव करते हैं और रिजल्ट को हम पहले वाले MCQs जो हमने जनरेट किए थे वो पास कर रहे हैं, लेकिन इस बार TXT फाइल नेम एंड PDF फाइल नेम भी दोनों साथ कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि हो सकता है यूजर यहाँ पे डाउनलोड पे क्लिक करें तो ज्यादा मौका ना दें, उसके काम को आसान बना दें। और यहाँ पे हमने अगर एक एक्स्ट्रा लॉजिक लगाया है, यानी अगर ये टेक्स्ट नहीं हुआ है तो ये कुछ भी नहीं होगा, ये हर चीज नहीं चलेगी। सो इन दैट केस वी आर पासिंग इनवैलिड फाइल नेम। नाउ लेट्स वर्क ऑन दिस टू फंक्शंस। सो चाहते हैं अपने कस्टम फंक्शंस के पास, यहाँ पे अपने कस्टम फंक्शंस थे, मैं एक फंक्शन बनाता हूं जिसका नाम है डेव सेव MCQs टू फाइल और इसके पास MCQs आ रहे हैं जो जनरेट हो चुके हैं MCQs और फाइल नेम भी आ रहा है। फाइल नेम के मैं जब इस फंक्शन को कॉल करूंगा इसका मतलब है कि मैंने TXT को कॉल किया है इन सिंपल वर्ड्स। आप इसको TXT नाम भी दे सकते हो। तो ये क्या करेगा, सबसे पहले रिजल्ट पाथ पे जाके os.path.join app.config जो अपना रिजल्ट्स फोल्डर है उसके अंदर जाके ये फाइल नेम पास करेगा। सो ये होगा अपना रिजल्टेड पाथ और मैं क्या करता हूं, इस रिजल्टेड पाथ पे सेव करता हूं। किसको? अगर किसी ने डाउनलोड एज टीएक्सटी फाइल पर क्लिक किया है। सो विद ओपन रिजल्टेड पाथ, इस बार इंस्टेड ऑफ रीड आई वांट राइट बाइनरी मोड एज एफ, और एफ के बाद राइट कर दो। और किस चीज को राइट करना चाहते हैं? एमसीक्यूज को। तो ये भाई साहब आपका सेव कर देगा और मैं रिटर्न करता हूं रिजल्टेड पाथ को। सो ओवरऑल ये फंक्शन आपके फाइल को, आपके एमसीक्यूज को टीएक्सटी में सेव करता है। ठीक है, अब मैं एक और फंक्शन बनाऊंगा जो कि लास्ट फंक्शन है, थोड़ा सा ट्रिकी होने वाला है, क्योंकि देखना टीएक्सटी को सेव करना आसान है, लेकिन आप टेक्स्ट को पीडीएफ में सेव करना, आई होप इस प्रोजेक्ट से आपने बहुत कुछ सीखा। पहले आपने सीखा कि आप किस तरह टेक्स्ट से चीज एक्सट्रैक्ट करते हो, फिर आप टेक्स्ट को पीडीएफ या टीएक्सटी में कन्वर्ट करते हो। सो कुड बी वेरी बेनिफिशियल एंड एजुकेशन दिस प्रोजेक्ट फॉर यू, जो कि अच्छी बात है, आपको ये हर चीज आनी चाहिए। सो फंक्शन का नाम है क्रिएट पीडीएफ, जिसके पास एमसीक्यूज और फाइल नेम आ रहे हैं। अब इस फंक्शन के अंदर हम अपना लॉजिक लगाएंगे। तो हमने उसके लिए लाइब्रेरी, अगर आपको याद हो, यूज किया था। ये वो लाइब्रेरी है जो टेक्स्ट को पीडीएफ में कन्वर्ट करता है। इसका मैं एक ऑब्जेक्ट बनाता हूँ पीडीएफ, और फिर इसमें पेजेस ऐड करता हूँ, क्योंकि बाय डिफॉल्ट आपका पीडीएफ एम्प्टी होता है। सो मैं चाहता हूँ कि इसमें बाय डिफॉल्ट एक पेज तो एटलीस्ट होना चाहिए जिसके ऊपर अपना टेक्स्ट डालूंगा। हालांकि ये काम आप एमएस वर्ड में करते हो, और देखना हम यहाँ से कोड के थ्रू कर रहे हैं। सो पीडीएफ डॉट सेट, उसकी फॉन्ट में सेट करता हूँ एरियल, और साइज कोई 20 रखो या 15, लेकिन 12 ठीक है। फॉर एमसीक्यूज, अब लूप चलाऊंगा, इसका लॉजिक देखना। फॉर एमसीक्यूज इन एमसीक्यूज जो इस फंक्शन के पास आए हैं, क्योंकि 10 एमसीक्यूज थे, 5 एमसीक्यूज थे, वी डोंट नो। सो मैंने लूप चलाया, अगेन इसको स्प्लिट करता हूँ विद दिस थिंग एमसीक्यूज, और फिर मैं स्ट्रिप करूंगा, वही सेम लॉजिक लगा रहा हूं जो मैंने रिजल्ट के अंदर लगाया था। इफ एमसीक्यूज डॉट स्ट्रिप देन आप पीडीएफ में मल्टी सेल ऐड करो। सो पीडीएफ डॉट मल्टी सेल, अब इसके अंदर आप 0 और 10 स्पेस में ऐड कर रहा हूं, लाइंस के बीच में, और इसके अंदर भी स्पेस में मैं थोड़ा सा स्ट्रिपिंग ऐड करता हूं। सो एमसीक्यूज डॉट स्ट्रिप, यानी ये टेक्स्ट है। ठीक है, सो इस लाइन के बाद थोड़ा सा स्पेस होना चाहिए, इसी तरह। ये तो मैं बहुत ज्यादा बता रहा हूं, लेकिन हम असल में ये चीज कर रहे हैं। सो एमसीक्यूज डॉट स्ट्रिप लाइक दिस, और फाइनली लाइन ब्रेक कितना होना चाहिए, स्पेस तो हमने ऐड किया, लाइन ब्रेक कितना होना चाहिए। सो लाइन ब्रेक के लिए आप लेंथ के थ्रू कर सकते हो, 5 लाइन ब्रेक वुड बी इनफ। सो या दैट्स परफेक्ट। अब इस लूप से बाहर आके मैं एक आखिरी काम करता हूं कि इसको अपने पाथ के ऊपर डालता हूं। सो एस डॉट पाथ डॉट ज्वाइन, उसके बाद एप डॉट कॉन्फिग रिजल्ट्स फोल्डर के अंदर जाके सेव कर दें, और ये हो गया अपना फाइल पाथ, सॉरी पीडीएफ पाथ में इसको नाम देता हूं। और इस पीडीएफ को अब मैं एक फंक्शन कॉल करता हूं आउटपुट, और इसको देता हूं अपना पीडीएफ पाथ। सो फाइनली हमने पीडीएफ को भी सेव कर दिया, और मैं रिटर्न करता हूं पीडीएफ पाथ। I hope you get the idea. So the logic is very simple. जब आप finally extract text from file करते हो, तो पहले आप MCQ से क्वेश्चन MCQ जनरेटर से MCQ जनरेट करते हो। MCQ जनरेट करने के बाद आप उस रिजल्ट को पास करते हो, लेकिन रिजल्ट को पास करने से पहले आप एक काम करते हो कि जो टेक्स्ट फाइल नेम है, PDF फाइल नेम है, वो भी पास कर रहे हो। ठीक है, सो या दैट्स द कोड, और उसका जो एंड पॉइंट है वो बेसिकली ये है। So if I just go एंड रिफ्रेश। और मैं क्या करता हूँ, इसको बेसिकली बिल्कुल स्टार्ट से रन करता हूँ ताकि अब हम देख सके अपना फाइनल आउटपुट। सो मैं यहाँ पे राइट क्लिक करता हूँ, रन ऐप। हाँ, ये आपको यूआरएल देगा, तो लेट्स सी, मैं इस पर क्लिक करता हूँ। सो लेट्स अपलोड ह्यूमन इवोल्यूशन पीडीएफ फाइल है, मैं 10 क्वेश्चन चाहता हूँ। सो लेट मी जूम इन, ये मैंने क्लिक कर दिया और ऊपर ये लोडिंग में है, थोड़ा सा टाइम लेगा। सो आप देख सकते हैं यहाँ पे हमारा रिजल्ट आ रहा है। What key evolutionary development is associated with the emergence of the genus Homo? ये अगेन एक टाइप है। सो लार्जर ब्रेन साइज, एग्जैक्टली ये मैंने पढ़ा था, लार्जर ब्रेन साइज बहुत ही कॉमन था इनमें। बाइपेडलिज्म कोई टाइप्स थे, होम होता है एक और, उसके नाम बड़े मुश्किल है, मुझे याद नहीं है, बट हाँ ये लार्ज ब्रेन जो मंकी थे, एप्स जिनको एक नाम दिया गया था, ये बहुत सिमिलर था। व्हाट इज द अप्रोक्सीमेट एज ऑफ द अर्लीस्ट नोन होमिनिन स्पीशीज? ये तो मुझे भी नहीं पता, बट 7 मिलियन ईयर्स अगो। Which of the following is not a proposed explanation for the development of bipedalism in early hominins? To enable tree climbing in dense forest, या exactly, क्योंकि उससे पहले के जो जिन्स थे जिनको इंसान के आरिजन कहते हैं, वो दरख्तों पे भी चढ़ सकते थे, लेकिन आते आते इवोल्यूशन करते करते जब इंसान यानी 2 पैरों पे हो गए, बाइपेडलिज्म यानी 2 पैरों पे चलने वाले, फिर उनके लिए मुश्किल था दरख्तों पे चढ़ना। What distinguishes Homo erectus, ये एक टाइप है अगेन फ्रॉम अर्लियर, तो आप देख लेना। ये आपका सिस्टम, कितने क्वेश्चन है टोटल? 10 क्वेश्चन है। What does the term bipedalism refer to? Walking on 2 legs. Wow, it's totally amazing. सो आप देखना ये प्रोजेक्ट कितना ही बेहतरीन तरीके से काम कर रहा है। सो आप इसको यूज कर सकते हो आगे अपने रिसर्च में, एजुकेशन सिस्टम में। इट्स टोटली ओरिजिनल, देयर इज नो मिस्टेक्स। We are using LLM model and you can also download it as a PDF or TXT. ये देखना, इससे बड़ी बात और कोई हो सकती है? सो देखना, you can clearly see. So I hope कि आपने इस प्रोजेक्ट से बहुत कुछ सीखा होगा। बस छोटी सी रिक्वेस्ट कि आप चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लें और वीडियो को ज़रूर लाइक करना। और अगर वीडियो पसंद आए हैं तो आपके कमेंट्स हमें बहुत पसंद आते हैं, इससे हमें हौसला मिलता है। और अपने दोस्तों से ज़रूर शेयर करना। थैंक यू सो मच।